everybody, my name's Allan. On behalf of the crew, I'd like to welcome you to another edition of Bridging Heaven and Earth. Well, you know, most of you know that we've done a lot of editions of Bridging Heaven and Earth. And we've done 4 others that we didn't have a guest, and we had just art, just incredible, healing, inspiring, empowering, loving art from all over the planet. And we had it as part of this extraordinary international healing art project that came as a vision, it came as a dream, that we would use the vehicle of bridging that's available all over the world through YouTube and Google Video and Vimeo and stations, cable stations all over, to be part of a healing, to be part of an acupuncture for the planet. And the way the vision came through was to reach out to the world and say, anybody of any skill level, of any age, of using any format, any style, manifest, produce a new original piece based on the theme Bridging Heaven and Earth. And as that person is creating, is manifesting, is thinking about, is using the creative and collaborative process to produce this new original piece based on the theme Bridging Heaven and Earth, that it would in fact be a healing and an acupuncture for the planet. And over the years, I guess, you know, it's been 5 or 6 years since we started, since this vision came and we started it. And we have been receiving pieces literally from all over the globe that is so beautiful and so powerful and so loving and so collaborative and creative, of every style, from every group and age and country. And again tonight, we're doing the 5th annual. We do them generally one a season. And we don't have any guests for that show. We just have art and more art from all over the planet. And I think I've told this story before. I mean, when this came through as a vision, as a dream, the first person I spoke to said, and she's actually going to be a guest later on in this season, Brent Atwater. She called about something else, and we were talking about it. I told her I had this vision of this healing, this acupuncture for the planet. And she said, well, you know, and she's an artist, and she's actually an artist that her paintings have been tested to have healing qualities. You know, and she has this website called Paintings That Heal. So she said, let me meditate on it, and you know, then I'll call you back. And about 4 hours later, she said, immediately upon ending the conversation, I went into meditation, and I had this vision about this art project. And she said, is it okay if I do 3 pieces, a triptych of it? And from that moment, I knew that this had extraordinary blessings and gifts and love attached to it, and it was meant to be. And literally from that first conversation with Brent, I mean, the people who've heard about it have been so excited and so delighted to be participants and collaborators and in this creativity, in this healing, in this acupuncture for the planet, to heal the heart, to bring us from the experience of separation and division and separate countries and separate religions and separate sexual preferences and separate ages and different this and different that, into that deeper experience, that oneness, that God, that truth that we all sense as part of our being, as part of our destiny. And that's what this 5th annual International Bridging Healing Art Project show once again is about. And we have literally, I think, 18, 20, 22 pieces of extraordinary art, done with love, done in collaboration, no paperwork, new paradigms, just to support creativity, to support art, to support this coming together as one, coming together. That together, if we all recognize the value, we can come together and really heal those divisions and no more be experiencing the separation and the fear of being separate. That we can know that unconditional love, we can know that connection. Together we can. So there are just extraordinary pieces. So settle in, join me in a meditation, then we have a beautiful video from one of the artists. And it's a real opportunity. And let me say this, that anybody of any skill level, anywhere in the world who's watching this, please join us. Everyone is welcome to join us. The more people who participate, the more people who put in pieces, the more people who manifest in their own particular joyous and loving way, the better it is for the healing, the better it is for all of us. So, every picture gets shown on the show or the art project show. We have gallery openings. We have an extraordinarily beautiful website where every piece and every artist is represented, heaventoearthart.com. And really, I've said this before, if anybody feels that they need to be inspired, that they need to be empowered, that they need an upliftment in their day, or they just want to experience something beautiful, go to this website and go from artist to artist to artist. See what countries they're from, see their websites, see their links, see the incredible creations. And probably we have about 250 pieces that have been turned in already, of glass, of collages, of acrylics, oils, jewelry, photographs, all incredible pieces done with love. So everyone is welcome to join us, heaventoearthart.com, and there'll be phones and emails, and you could reach us at any time, and everyone is welcome to join us. So join me in a meditation, then we'll have a beautiful video, and then we'll have piece after piece of extraordinary art. So join me in a short meditation. Okay, thank you. So the video is by Cindy Parkinson, who also has an extraordinary piece in the project. It's called God's Presence. It was done as part of an interesting, which I'll read you about, of her interaction with one of the guests on the show, and Ed Harkness Spina, who I'll tell you which show she was on when I show you her piece. And it's called God's Presence, and she took all the photographs, and it was within 10 miles of her home in Canada. So Cindy Parkinson, God's Presence. Thank you. Hi everybody, so welcome back. So thanks for sending that beautiful video, Cindy. So the first two pieces you're seeing on the set are by Cindy Parkinson, and Carrie Gordon. The one on my left, the one closest to me, is that hummingbird picture that Cindy was talking about, and it's called The Power of Presence. It's a photograph. Cindy is from Port Alberni, British Columbia, Canada, and here's what Cindy has to say about the power of presence. This picture is called The Power of Presence because I was very present that day, very in the moment, relaxed, enjoying my surroundings, no other thoughts. That is how I captured that hummingbird picture. I had the power of presence that day to capture God's presence in his delicate hummingbird. And thanks, Ed. And in this case, she's referring to Ed Harkness Spina, S-P-I-N-A, who is the bridging guest on show 254. If anybody's interested, it's a beautiful show with Ed. Just go to YouTube and put in Bridging Heaven and Earth, show number 254, with Edwin Harkness Spina, S-P-I-N-A. And you'll get a feel for, that was how Cindy came to know about bridging. She had taken a workshop with Ed and had seen the show and then got interested in the art project and in this piece. And it would be okay with me if your newsletter article, which is on Ed's website, was read to introduce the picture or the video. And if you want to see their interaction and in the newsletter article, go to Ed's website, which is mysticwarrior.com, mysticwarrior.com. It does say it all, what I said and felt. I think the newsletter was an update to the power of presence. That is where the hummingbird picture was featured. So that's Cindy's incredible piece. And now the piece you see further away from me is by Carrie Dawn, also known as Carrie Gordon. It's called An Abundance of Love. It's a digital photography, photo art. It's Carrie's from Santa Clarita, California, USA. Her website is carriedawn.com. That's CarrieDawn.com. And this is what Carrie talks about her experience of the abundance, an abundance of love. About 3 years ago, I had an epiphany. I was going through a challenging life transition. One morning, while brushing my teeth, I started to notice how artfully the natural sunlight cast geometric shapes and patterns that came streaming down into the porcelain surface of my bathtub. Impressed by the uniqueness and beauty of what I saw, I started to place props and different objects down, such as marbles and rose petals, then photograph them. My interest previously had been in creative writing and poetry. Before then, I never considered myself an artist. My images have received an overwhelming amount of compliments from everyone who has seen them, and that has inspired me to continue. Since then, I have shown my work in art shows, various displays, and I'm currently showing in the spring of 2011 at the Gallery at the Crown, which is at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Ventura. I have also galvanized much media attention, such as features in newspapers and as an invited guest on radio shows. And we're hoping when the schedule opens up for next year or the year after to have Carrie as a guest on Bridging to tell about her experience and show some of her amazing art. And then she talks about specifically in this piece titled An Abundance of Love, the prismatic color and energy flowing from the orchids represents an abundance of love, like the feeling that is being evoked by being around loving and supportive people. This positive energy flows internally as it fills her with joy, inspiration, and the motivation to create. The color that you see here is created by natural sunlight, shadows, and reflections. So you see, I mean, the possibilities are literally endless, and you'll see picture after picture, different formats, different styles, different countries. And the more people who are involved, the more people who collaborate, the more people who bring their love and creativity to it, the more the healing will take place and the more we can come into that love and oneness. So the next series of images you'll see are the front and back cover of the Bridging International Healing Art Project book, which I'd love to talk to you about and let you know more about. So that's coming up. So the image you see on the left here is the Bridging Heaven and Earth International Healing Art Project front cover of this extraordinary book. And the image you see on the right is the back cover. And this book represents over 100 artists that we've just picked out through a series of just arbitrary kinds of picking, and we hope to have a second edition where we'll have other pieces as they come in. And this was brought about a year and a half ago. We got an email from Allan from Creative House Press in Austin, Texas. And he said, I came across your art project and your art project site, which I've said is heaventoearthart.com. And is anybody producing a book of this? Because the art is so beautiful and so powerful, and it was so inspiring to me, and I'd love to be part of that collaboration. And literally he did it, on a pro bono basis. He did it as a loving gesture to get that beautiful art and that beautiful energy out. And the book is now out. It's now available. You can get it at Amazon. You can get it through creativehousepress.com. That's creativehousepress.com. If you go to Amazon, you put in the Bridging Heaven and Earth International Healing Art Project book, you'll see it's there. It can be ordered from any bookstore. It's can be gotten on the iPhone, the iPad, the iPod. And the cover design of both front and back covers was done by someone who I've talked about a lot on the show, George Graves, who will probably edit this show and is an extraordinary technical whiz who's done so much for bridging and so much for the videos of bridging to get them on YouTube, the hour shows before anybody else could. And he used for this particular image, this mosaic image, which is made up of all different pieces of the art project. He used the Andrea Mosaic software. So again, the pictures in here are so beautiful and so inspiring and so loving and powerful that if anybody wants that on their coffee table, if anybody wants that in their house to give off that energy, that vibration, it is available now, and it is available all over the world, and it is a beautiful piece to have for yourself. It's a beautiful gift to give to anyone, and we really recommend it because we know the energy that went into making it. And Allan from Creative House Press had some difficulties along the way in making it happen, and with printers, and we know how difficult it can be to get this kind of healing, loving energy out in the third dimension and all that difficulty. So really, it was a gift from him to the world. It was a gift from him to bridging. It's a gift from bridging to the world. And it's a blessing that it's out there and available. And anybody who wants to experience it, please do. And it is available. And also, go to the website and you'll see some of the pictures, heaventoearthart.com. So the next piece we have is an extraordinary piece from Bella Agama Om. So this extraordinary piece you're seeing now is by Bella Agama Om. It's called Loving. It's an abstract impressionist painting, mixed media on a canvas scroll. You're only seeing a small part of it on the set. You will see more that we put on in post-production with our extraordinary editors. It's 63 by 100, and with the golden rod at the top and hanging as it would in a gallery, it's 72 by 110. Bella's from Rumson, New Jersey and New York City, USA. Her website is www.agamaom, that's AGAMAOM.com, and www.bellaom.com, that's BELLAOM.com. And this is what Bella has to say about loving. Loving is a piece about communication that is both direct and indirect. The direct is appearing with the series of written words on the surface of the canvas with a series of statements like yes, perfect now, perfect forever, perfect love, perfect peace, and perfect paradise. The indirect but even stronger expression is the energy that is going to the viewer with the help of the colors and different tones. The entire composition looks like a musical score with high and low timbres, fantastic and magical simultaneously, that gives the chance for the viewer to transcend the everyday life into a major psychological and spiritual realm. In addition, the artwork is never still because of the material used and the development of the different techniques, creating a perennial change of status for the better, making the sacred surface into a live being. The work is poetic and sensitive at the same time, yet never aggressive, but always determined. An important and particular color used by me offers a symbolic power beyond the abstraction for reminding of the remains or records of the ancient painting of the 13th and 14th century, where the gold surfaces. Gold is used to reflect perfection, bridging heaven and earth. At the end, the large painting loving becomes an arena in which the artist experimented and fulfilled the healing aspects of the purpose of the art. Now, Bella is also a published author. She's a musician. She's a radio personality. She's an actress. She's a model, and she's an environmentalist, and she served as chairperson of the World Citizens Assembly Environmental Association to the United Nations. Her art has been featured in exhibits all over the world, many, many places, and many, many galleries. And her art is also featured in many corporate and private collections. So again, the power and the commitment of all these artists to be part of the healing is just, every time we get a piece like this that is so awesome, from the smallest to the largest, is so powerful for us at Bridging. And again, please join us. It is an extraordinary opportunity. And the next piece you'll see is by Laura. So this extraordinary piece you're seeing now is called Companion. It's by Laura. It's an acrylic, gold leaf, and watercolor on canvas. Laura's from City of Angels, California, USA. This is what she says about her manifesting this piece and how it affected her. When contemplating what bridging heaven and earth meant to me, I came to the realization that it wasn't actually about getting from one place to another. To me, it's more representative of the dissolving away of a vast array of mental constructs which blind us to the reality that heaven is right here, right now, if only we have the eyes to see it, so to speak. One of those mental constructs is the illusion that we are each separate little entities abandoned to our own devices on a rather inhospitable planet, who are devastatingly alone for much of our brief lives. My own experience is that a kind and loving universe is always showing us, usually in metaphor, but not always, that we are never alone and certainly never abandoned. From this perspective came this piece I call Companion. He's one of billions of light beings whose sole purpose is to reside with each of us on our journey to awakening, a constant companion who never strays from our side, whispering words of guidance, encouragement, and unconditional love as we struggle in density. Companion is what materialized on the canvas as I meditated on bridging's greatest significance. I've had no conscious thought to paint the image of an angel when I started this project, but once he'd edged his way into the frame, I recognized the perfection of the metaphor. Staying open to what life offers you and finding the beauty in every circumstance and every person you meet truly will bring you heaven on earth. It's as simple as that. This piece is done in acrylic watercolor and 24-karat gold leaf paint. From the color therapy model, its hues are synced with the vibration of healing energy. It has also been infused with the healing emanations of smoky quartz crystals and amethyst. So, I mean, again, you can just see the amount of intention, the amount of conscious intention, and the amount of synchronicity and the amount of spontaneity that really that creative process goes through to produce these extraordinary pieces. And it really is, for each of the individual artists, I hear it all the time, and for collectively to have all these artists all over, all these people, all these creations manifesting is just a real acupuncture, a real healing, that heart of the planet, that feeling of separation to bring us into the oneness. So the next pieces we have are by Lordielle and John Stewart Brown. So the picture you're seeing to my left is this extraordinary piece by Lordielle. It's called Oneness, United We Stand, Divided We Fall. It's created using spiritual energies, acrylic paint, essential oils, and crystals on canvas. Lordielle is from Miami, Florida, USA, and her website is www.paintings-beyond-belief.com. That's paintings-beyond-belief.com. Now, Lordielle is, besides being clearly an extraordinary artist, she's an intuitive, she's a healer, she's a teacher. And here's what she says about oneness, united we stand, divided we fall. I asked for a painting to be created for this divine project, and oneness was born. The paintings that are done by me are channeled, and the energies that flow through also reside in the paintings. When you focus with a clear mind and have no thought of what you are looking at, the vision, message, and healing will come to you. The vision, message, and healing is different for each person, and it will change every time. All my paintings are like this. Today I looked at it and was amazed to see a woman sitting right above the universe with a root coming from her first chakra flowing down into the universe. I was and still am amazed. For me, this is confirmation that I have connected to the universe as I sit out in the celestial energies. I remember doing a 6-week show at UNCW in Wilmington, North Carolina, and at the reception, various art students would come up to me and ask me how I did certain things that they saw or felt in a painting. I would tell them, but they all decided not to believe me and called it an artist's secret, LOL, lots of luck. It was and is no secret that paintings talk to you and send you healing. I had over 60 paintings in the college, and the area where they were being exhibited, students would go relax and fall asleep. At the time, my daughter was a student there, and she would come home and tell me that the students had no idea that they were receiving healing and being nurtured. So as you focus on this painting, just be open to oneness and receive. God bless, and thanks for being. Namaste. So that's very beautiful. Thank you, Lordielle, for that. And the other piece you're seeing is by John Stewart Brown. It's called Divine Light Bridge. It's a piece of digital art. And John is from Redmond, Washington, USA, and his website is johnstewartbrown.com. That's JOHNSTURAT Brown, BRONW.com. As you could tell, I mean, John is just an unbelievable artist and inspiration. So if you go to his website, you'll see piece after piece that is so powerful and so incredible, like this piece, Divine Light Bridge here. So again, you know, just different types, different sizes, but the intention and the caring and the focus on bridging heaven and earth and loving and being part of the collaboration is so strong in each of these pieces. So the next two pieces we'll see are from Sarah Deutsch and Elizabeth Sale. So the piece you're seeing right next to me to my left is by Sarah Deutsch. It's an incredible digital painting called Bridging Heaven and Earth. Sarah's from Asheville, North Carolina, USA. And as you can see, we're getting a lot of digital art, and people are really using the new technologies to bring forth that creativity and bring forth that collaboration, and really using the new technologies to be part of a healing, to be part of a bridging heaven and earth, and it's really extraordinary. So really know that if it's a doodle, if it's a Sharpie painting, if you have the desire to be part of this healing, a part of this acupuncture for the planet, healing the heart of the planet, join us, really. send a piece in, or if you have an intention to do it, we'll put you on the website to get your energy as part of it as no piece manifested yet. And we probably have at least as many people who've done that as have put in pieces. So if you go to the artist page on heaventoearthart.com, you'll see literally, I mean, it just runs down the whole page, every letter of the alphabet. And a lot of the people have put in pictures, have manifested pieces, and a lot have no piece manifested, but their intention is there. So the piece next to Sarah's piece is by Elizabeth Sale. It's called Hieros Gamos, The Sacred Marriage. It's pen and ink and chalk on paper. Elizabeth is from Los Angeles, California. Her website is www.elizabethsale.info. That's ELIZABETHSAYLE.info. elizabethsale.info. And again, Elizabeth is a spiritual intuitive. She's a teacher. She's a medium. And this is what Elizabeth talks about, Hieros Gamos, the sacred marriage. First, this is very personal to me, both the concept of bridging and the actual engaging in it. As someone who is deeply and personally attuned to the non-physical world, I'm aware that we are already existing in one world with many dimensions, many layers of consciousness, and many expressions. In my work, I try to impress that being unable to see a thing does not mean it does not exist, right here, right now, in front of us, inside of us, everywhere. I believe the world of spirit is not out there somewhere. It is right where we exist, here and now. That the divine is not out there somewhere. It's inside us and all around us, right here, right now. That love and abundance and healing are not out there somewhere. They're right here in me, in you, in each of us all the time. So bridging to me is the process of recreating connections, not between two separate things, but between two parts of an already intrinsically connected whole, like a bridge that spans a river, bringing two sides back together, though they have never been truly separated by anything more than the waters of the ego consciousness. It is about bridging two parts of a whole back into communion and the realization of their already existing connection and wholeness. And I believe that bridges can only be made of the one thing that is both fixed and flexible enough to withstand resistance: love. Only love brings persons disconnected by death back together. Only love can bring disparate peoples together. Only love can bring our inner shadows and our inner light into harmony. And I believe that when we bridge those gaps and reconnect to that which is, we become creators of love and of worlds, both microcosmically at the level of the individual and macrocosmically to the world. We become as primordial Adam and Eve living in and as our creation. And that's the story my art tells, but here's the creative explanation. The Hieros Gamos is the sacred marriage between opposites. It's the union that occurs when the bridge of love reunites two disconnected parts of a one. The product of that union or marriage is the creation. That creation can be the self, the child, the world. In my piece, the two opposites, appearing as male and female, form the trunk, the solid foundation of the world tree or tree of life, which their sacred union creates. Emerging from the lotus, regeneration out of the ego, and standing within a mandora, a sacred womb, they experience union, which is expressed by the fish at earth chakra, the taji at heart chakra, and the rays of light emerging from their crowns, divine chakra. To express their polarity, the designs around the female are fluid and circular, around the male, linear and fixed. But if you look closely where the male branches cross the center point of the piece, they take on the characteristics of the female. They retain their natural lines but become fluid. On the female side, the branches that cross the center point take on a linear action, but still maintain their own innate qualities as well. This is my story of bridging, emerging, reconnecting, harmonizing, creating, and birthing. Duality expressing unity. Duality becoming one, becoming the two and the one. You'll also note that the symbols and style are theologically inclusive as well. So there it is. Thank you again for this opportunity. Blessings of love and laughter and joyful life, Elizabeth. So people really put a lot of intention into it. So the next two extraordinary pieces you're going to see are by Maggie Terry and Isabella Beltran. So the beautiful piece you're seeing right next to me now is by Maggie Terry. It's called Infinity Bridge. It's an acrylic on canvas. Maggie's from Martinez, California, USA. Her websites are hopehealinghands.com. That's H-O-P-E, healing, H-E-A-L-I-N-G, hands.com. No spaces, no dashes, hopehealinghands, one word.com, and happinessawaitsyou.info, www.happinessawaitsyou.info. Again, Maggie's an artist, an intuitive, a healer, a teacher. I mean, so many people who are involved in the project come from that recognition of the value of what bridging's trying to do, of what art can do, of what those kind of collaborative, creative projects can do in terms of healing, in terms of really bringing about together we can a real change on this planet. So this is what Maggie says about Infinity Bridge. It is my great joy and pleasure to paint something for this project. I am also the creator and author of Happiness Awaits You, a collection of 68 true inspirational stories by 44 authors. The cover was taken from one of my original paintings, Allowing Joy. So if you want any more information about that, again, go to Maggie's websites, Hope Healing Hands and Happiness Awaits You. And the other beautiful mixed media piece you see to my left, my far left, is by Isabella Beltran. It's called Transformation. She's from Sherbrooke, Quebec, Canada. She's a huge fan of bridging. She loves the shows. She came randomly across them on YouTube and just started watching them and then emailed us. And actually, I remember specifically she emailed us about she couldn't find any information about the great healer who passed away. What's his name? Gene Egidio. So Gene passed away and she couldn't find any information about him, and she called us and I said he had passed away. So this is what Isabella talks about transformation. Dear Lord, Creator above all, my Father, you who bless me with the gift of life, who revive me, who awoke my soul. It is the time for me to surrender, to rise from the dead, to be with you, to be consumed by the fire, bathe in Jesus' light and be reborn as a virgin. Yes, the phantom phase is over. It's time to rejoice and reclaim who I am, to stop hiding, drop the mask, and sing who I am. And as a divine alchemist, open my wings and fly like a butterfly. I hear knocks at my door, your army has come for me. I hear trumpets playing and angels singing, for everything that I am shall return home where I belong. Thank you, Father. Isabella Beltran, 1111. So again, I mean, just so many different flowers in the garden, so many different ways to express that dedication, that commitment, that hunger to know the connection, that hunger to know the truth. And as you see, I mean, so many different formats, so many different sizes, but the love is there, and really the opportunity is for all of us to be part of that. So the next pieces we're going to see are from Anuradha Defane and Michelle Bellman. So again, the beautiful piece of art you're seeing too, it's a piece of digital art by Anuradha. It's called Peace, Love, and Light. It's digital art again. She's from Canada, Grenville-sur-la-Rouge, Canada. Her website is anuradhamudra.com. That's Anuradha, Mudra, M-U-D-R-A, one word.com. And she's a sacred dancer for universal consciousness. She's a music dance teacher. She's a grand collaborator with another magical musician, Patrick Bernard, who's the writer and composer of numerous sacred chant albums. And again, at some point in the future when our schedule opens up for the next season or the season after that, she and Patrick are going to be guests on the show, I'm sure, at some point. So now Anuradha talks about peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light on earth and in my heart. These special words take us to higher realms of pure consciousness. By integrating these affirmations, you enter into the world of quantum medicine and explore the infinite expansions of love, gratitude, and inner harmony. May the dove of your heart sow the seed of peace wherever you go. So if you want to hear some beautiful music as well as extraordinary art, go to the site Anuradha.com and Patrick Bernard, Google him, and you'll come to some extraordinary music. And the piece you're seeing to my far left is by Michelle Bellman. She's done 2 pieces for the art project. There's a second one. It's called Mother Earth. It's a framed and matted digital art again. Michelle is from Angola, Indiana, USA. Her website is christianhealingart.com. That's www.christian healing healing art.com. And this is what Michelle talks about Mother Earth. Mother Earth was inspired from a tiger lily from my garden. There are many hidden images within Mother Earth. Heavenly beings often appear in my artwork. The hidden images are unintentional, and they naturally appear during the creative process. The hidden images appear to the viewer when they soft focus their eyes. Have fun looking for Mother Earth. 2 angels flying towards heaven, 2 praying monks, 1 small angel looking towards earth. This piece of artwork truly bridges heaven and earth together. Thanks for including my artwork for your Bridging Heaven and Earth event. I am very honored. Tell me how people respond to it. It's one thing to see it online, but it's another to see Mother Earth in person. So you see, one after another, so beautiful, so different, so incredible. And really, it's for us all. It's for us all to come together. It's for us all to be creative. And I know I've said this before, but I can't encourage everyone out there enough to try to be part of this, to intend to be part of it, to buy a thing of Sharpie markers if you don't have easels, if you don't have pens and ink or jewelry, or however you create. You are an artist, and you can be part of the creative process, and you can be part of the healing. So go to heaventoearthart.com and go through page after page and see if you move to join us, because if you are, it's really beneficial to you, and it's beneficial to all of us, because together we really can. So the next pieces we're going to see are by Joseph Polikov and Fagan Jenko, who's also known as Ashananda. So the beautiful piece you're seeing to my left is by Joseph Polikov. It's called Bridging Heaven and Earth. It's an acrylic on canvas. And Joseph is from Elk Grove, California, USA. You're looking at it. It's just an extraordinary expression of, again, bridging heaven and earth. Joseph is the brother of a good friend of ours from LA, and loves to paint, loves to create that way. And when his brother, our friend, told him about the art project, he immediately, literally sat down, and I think he went through this creative splurge and just created this literally from start to finish, just, powerful and amazing, really. It's one of the, you've seen 18 other pieces, or you will by the end of tonight's show, and this is an amazing piece, just a real unique piece. But as I've been saying, each piece is so unique, and Fagan's piece is so unique, and just one after the other just comes in. It comes into the bridging headquarters and, the bridging offices, and we just get completely blown away. Even though we've seen a lot of them, because we've seen a lot of them, they send JPEGs so we can put them up on the website, the Healing Art website. But then when they actually get here and you could actually feel the energy and feel the love and feel the commitment, it just literally blows you away. So this one's by Joseph, and the one to my far left is by Fagan Jenko, who's also known as Ashananda. It's called Future is Here. It's a digital art piece, and she's from Bucks County, Pennsylvania, USA. And her website is lovethewayoulive.com, as you would think, www.lovethewayoulive.com. And Fagan is a spiritual teacher. She's a professional organizer. She's a feng shui master. She offers EFT, emo trance, clairvoyant readings, healings, and spiritual guidance. Again, just an enormously gifted and blessed being who, as soon as she heard about the project, through a series of internet or emails or mutual contacts, just immediately wanted to be part of it, immediately wanted to have her energy as part of the healing, as part of the collaboration. And clearly the gifts of all these people and the intention is just of a level of purity that we're so honored to be part of. And I mean, I don't know how you feel watching piece after piece come before you, but I get so inspired to just unrelentingly try to be of service, unrelentingly try to be coming from the highest consciousness, the highest commitment, the highest dedication I have to be of service to the love. And you can just feel it in each of these pieces in one form or another is the commitment to serve the love. So again, tremendous honor to be part of this. So the next series of paintings we're going to see are by the Stefans, I call them, Stefan Bright and Stefan Vanel. So this segment I like to call the Stefan segment. On the left we have Stefan Bright, and on the right we have, or the far left from me, is Stefan Vanel. So let me talk about Stefan Bright's first, and it's called While My Soul Dreams. It's a photographic art, and Stefan Bright is from Woodland Hills, California, and Warren, New Jersey. An extraordinarily talented guy. I'm not sure his website exactly, but if you Google Stefan Bright, Stefan Bright, Bright, you will come up with some stuff. And extraordinarily talented guy working on a lot of different spiritual things, and just really wanted to be part of the art project. And took this picture and said, when he took it, he really was inspired to bring it to the project, to bring it to the healing, to bring it to the the collaboration. I think that's what so many people really feel connected to is the collaborative nature, that people, literally from all over the world. I know that today's paintings, the 20 we're showing today, are mostly from the United States, but if you go through the web pages on heaventoearthart.com, you will see literally from every country and every continent and just everywhere people are participating, and people are getting the pieces to California so we could have them on the show, so we could feature them on the show, feature them in art exhibits, feature them on healing art shows like this. And it's just a real opportunity and a real collaboration. So, and the other piece you're seeing is by Stefan Vanel. It's called Bridging Heaven and Earth and Beyond. It's an acrylic on board. Stefan travels all over the world, but his home base is Seattle, Washington, USA. His website is spiritualcompany.com. That's www.spiritualcompany, as you would think, spiritualcompany.com. Now, Stefan Vanel is a world-renowned guide and counselor who was a guest, actually, on Bridging Show number 238. That's 238. So if you're interested in seeing a beautiful show with Stefan Vanel, go to YouTube and then just put in Bridging Heaven and Earth show number 238 with Stefan Vanel, and you'll see that. And he's an international, as I said, he works with unique synthesis of astrology, tarot, Kabbalah, and psychology, and he's the author of an extraordinary book, The Astrological Karma of the USA. So again, I mean, you look at these two pieces and you look at, and you feel the flowers in the garden. You feel the different representations that we all come to when we try to manifest something with our intention of bridging heaven and earth. And it's just one after the other, so different, so powerful, so extraordinary. So the last two pieces we'll see today are from Catalina and Vicki Kennedy. So the piece you're seeing to my immediate left is by Catalina, a grand friend of bridging, has been to many, many of the shows. Did another piece for the Healing Art Project called Angel from the Train. If you want to see that, go to the Healing Arts, look up Catalina, another extraordinary piece with another extraordinary story. But this particular one is called Relina, the Fire Angel. It's an acrylic on canvas. Catalina is from Ojai, California. Her website is catalinasangels.com. That's www.catalinas, that's CATALINAS angels.com, all one word, catalinasangels.com. And Catalina is a spiritual intuitive. She's a teacher, she's a healer. She has, I think, internet radio shows. She has videos out, all about healing, all about transcending and consciousness and love and oneness, and just a beautiful being expressing it in any possible way she can. And really, she's done two pieces for the art project that are different but so beautiful, and again, so powerful. And the other piece you're seeing to my far left is by Vicki Kennedy. It's called Tantric Tango. It's an acrylic on canvas. Vicki is from Bancroft, Maine, in the United States, and her website is vickikennedy.net. That's VIKI Kennedy, KENNEDY.net, all one word, vickikennedy.net. And Vicki is a very original and well-established painter in Maine, and has appeared in shows and galleries throughout the Northeast as well as California. She has provided illustrations for several books as well as TV shows and movies. And she's also done 5 magical pieces for the Bridging Healing Art Project. And if you go to the website, the Bridging website, heaventoearthart.com, and go through Vicki Kennedy, if you go to the artist page, you'll see 5 listings for Vicki Kennedy. And each one is just unbelievably cool and unbelievably powerful. And clearly, Vicki, we have a lot of people involved who aren't trained artists and aren't artists as their profession, but Vicki is one of them, and her pieces are just so incredible. And she manifests in very many different styles and formats. So I'd really recommend you go to her website, vickikennedy.net, and see the extraordinary gifts and blessings, all in service to the love, all in service to the love, serving our connection, serving the collaboration, the creative spirit. And it's just an extraordinary thing. And really, in a way, as I've said on numerous occasions, what an opportunity for us to all come together in service, in recognition of that, to be part of this process, to be part of the healing. The vision that I got originally was so clear that this would be an important aspect of us coming into this new age, of us coming into this recognition of ourselves as the Father and I are one, as goddesses and goddesses on this planet, as brothers and sisters on this planet. And again, we have this opportunity to together we can. The more of us that come together, the more that we raise that quantum energy, the more opportunities we have to really shift the consciousness, to raise that quantum level, to raise the monkey level. So join us, together we can. 805-687-2053. Good night, I love you.